Welcome back to another one. So today we'll be covering on tips to know when buying an e-bike. So here are some things that you want to know when buying an e-bike. So the first thing that we're going to cover is price range. Price range, are you on a budget like $1,000, maybe under $1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 and higher, you know, stuff like that. Whether or not you want to be street legal or illegal, everything is going to come into account for what e-bike you're looking for or what e-bike you want to get. Now, also it all depends on which type of class you're looking for, whether it's an e-moto or a regular e-bike with pedals. Now, e-bike with pedals, you know, you got things like the E2, the Red Star, the Super 73, and other off-brand Red Stars like that. So you got that for like around class 3. Most of them are class 3. If you're looking for anything under a class 3, you're not in the right video, because those are just slow. So also another type of e-bike that I even considered getting is a conversion kit. If you already had a mountain bike or something like a hardtail, a conversion kit might be good for you. So budget, in a budget range, depending on what you want. Like I could have gotten a conversion kit, probably 60 volts, better on my hardtail, but you know, I want the full suspension, stuff like that, you know. Price ranges of like a Sauron, Talaria, E-Ride Pro, Stark isn't even up there. We're not even gonna use a Stark. So basically, another thing you want to account for is if your e-bike is reliable or not. If it has basically anything over or a 48 volt battery, 750 watts is going to be like your minimum good e-bike that can go at least 30. Now, stuff you want to look in for a bike, like I said before, you want full suspension. You also want good brakes, because if you don't have good brakes and you can't stop correctly, you really should upgrade your brakes, or the bike should have good brakes itself. Both of our bikes, pretty good brakes and stuff, you know. What else was I gonna say? Okay, so basically, the second topic that we're gonna go over is, wait, what was it? Maintenance. That is gonna be the second topic that we are gonna go over. So maintenance is basically like, every week to every month you want to take care of your bike, wash it down if you have a dirt bike, use cleaning solution if you have an e-bike, stuff like chain lubricant you definitely want. Whew. I'm so good at riding. But yeah, stuff like that you definitely want. There's a couple things on Amazon, you know, maybe you want to invest in better pedals, who knows, stuff like that. Definitely a good budget bike if you're within that $1,000 range, the Red Star, and this bike, the one that I'm on now. It's probably the best $1,000 to under $1,000 bike that you could get. I mean, you could also get stuff like the Super 73, but that is just a piece of shit. So yeah, the next section is if you want your bike illegal or just, you probably won't get pulled over, and you want pedals. You either get pegs or pedals on an e-bike, and that's basically either an e-moto or regular e-bike. So this is street legal, 77, I can't talk today, 750 watts, 48 volt battery, and the most important part of doing this is pedals. Like something like the Tudio that has 48 volt but 2,000 watt, and also has pegs. So anything that has pegs and over the legal limit in your state, I would just say, you know, maybe be careful. So yeah, we basically I wasn't allowed to get something that wasn't legal because, you know, I want to ride mine on the road and stuff, and I don't want to get pulled over and my bike impounded like that. So another important tip when you're going to buy an e-bike is, you know, making sure that it's the right one for you. 2DOs are small. This one's good for anybody who's like over 5'1" or 2. Okay, height is a very important thing when you're buying an e-bike. And yeah, so now also on the type of e-bike that you buy, it really depends who you are. Do you like climbing stuff? Do you like jumping stuff? Or are you just a cruiser? Yeah. It all really depends on just what you like, what your interests are, what you're trying to do with it, your e-bike. Also all depends on what type you get. So if you're off-roader, you want full suspension, obviously. If you're a cruiser, you could deal with just having front suspension, like him. He's a cruiser. I make him do this. He bumps everywhere. So yeah, that would be a pretty good factor in what type of rider. He got that bike because he is a cruiser. I got this bike because I like hitting jumps and good. Even if you're just trying to hop off a curb, he can't do what I just did, because he'll bounce everywhere. Wait. So yeah, that is the type of things that you want to look for in an e-bike that you're gonna buy, and I definitely recommend doing it. It's a lot of fun, just having an e-bike in general. You get to commute to places that maybe you couldn't walk to or too far away. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.